So hi everyone, I'm Laba Ali Khan and I'm thrilled to welcome you all to today's webinar. And our focus today is delving into the vibrant and rewarding student experience found in Ireland. We are having a study abroad experts and the real students who are going to tell you about their experiences and the overall view of the Ireland. So this is going to be a very insightful webinar for you. You're going to learn a lot of things. So let me introduce to our study abroad experts and the real students to you all. First study abroad expert is here with who is Saurabh Sharma, and the second study abroad expert is Varnika, and third will be Purvika, who's gonna join in some time. So we are having our real students who are Sakshi and Seema, and of course Dion. So you can just ask your queries and they're gonna answer you.
Hi, Laiba. Thank you so much.
So, okay, let me ask a question to our student who is Sakshi. Sakshi, can you please tell us what are the academic requirements for studying abroad in Ireland?
So, academic requirements for studying abroad in Ireland can vary depending on level of study or the university you're applying to. You'll usually need like secondary education or equivalent qualification for an undergraduate program. And if you're applying for something like post-graduation course, like if you're applying in a post-graduation program, you'll most probably need some bachelor's degree or equivalent, and in some cases you might need some experience too. Other than that, you would just need language proficiency tests like IELTS or TOEFL if English is not your first language.
Thank you, Sakshi, for sharing such an insightful answer. And now coming up to Seema, I'm asking you one question. Are there any specific language proficiency requirements for studying in Ireland, particularly for non-English speaking students?
So basically, we have two options we can we can do. We usually need like when I went for my MBA, they asked me for a PT. Either I can choose PT or that is Pearson Test of English, or I can go for IELTS. That totally depends on the student which one he wants to pursue, or sometimes it depends on the university as well. Like what are their requirements? So they would need the PT or IELTS test to uh, even get qualified for the offer letter.
Okay, thank you so much. So we are having one attendee here whose question is, what are some of the challenges you have faced as a student in Ireland and how have you overcome them? Seema and Sakshi, anyone of you can answer it because I guess it's a.
So I would like to answer that. So like obviously the major changes that you are leaving your home country and you are moving to another one. So little bit time for adjustment is there. Like you need at least 2 months to adjust to the environment and the food culture and the living habits over there. That is a little challenge we face. Like add on is the missing your family. Other than that, I don't think so. There is a major challenge because we in Ireland we had students from India, from all over the world. So there's nothing like a big challenge, but I would say food habits and living culture would be a little challenging.
Okay, I got your thing. So we are having our student ambassador Dion. I would like to ask you one question. Can you
Sure,
share
go for it.
insights on the post-study work opportunities available for international graduates in Ireland?
Okay, so getting a job in Ireland as compared to India, obviously because of the population is very easy, is much easier. I'm not going to say very easy. It's not a piece of cake, but it's easier. Before I tell you about what opportunities you can get, you need to understand something that's called as critical skills. So in every country, all over the world, there's a set of critical skills. So what are critical skills? So they are basically occupations that are on high demand in a country. And they basically comprise of these three categories, which is either shortage of qualification, shortage of experience, or career-specific skill requirements so that the economic functioning of a company is present. So just like back in India, since I can relate to you guys, since I'm from India too, there are a lot of online sites where people, rather students, apply for jobs like Grad Ireland, Jobs.ie, IrishJobs.ie, etc., etc., etc. I would say it is much easier to get a job in Ireland, specifically because a lot of fields are up and coming. There are a lot of new institutions, businesses, and everything else that's being opened up at the moment. But as you start your journey as a student, obviously as a student you can only work for up to 20 hours. During that time when you work part-time, and since I've done it myself, there are a lot of available jobs in different fields, such as you can work with brands, you can work in malls, you can work in restaurants, you can work as a childminder, which is basically like a babysitter, just a fancy term. You can also work with your university. So like I worked in my university's lab as an assistant. I know my friends worked in the canteen and their free time. And yeah, you can make a couple of bucks here and there. It's good enough, yeah.
Okay, thank you for your wonderful insight. So, Saurabh, I'm having one question for you. One of our attendees asking, Shanaya Malhotra, which part-time jobs can I apply for as a student?
Uh, Thank you, Laiba. Thank you so much. And Shania, considering everyone going abroad, being an international student, it becomes very difficult for student at times to look out for jobs that are not going to hamper with your studies and your university time as well. So we have a set of people. We came up with this idea that maybe give them something that goes hand in hand with their university time, since it almost every week they're going to go in 3 or 4 days a week, or maybe scheduled with their assignments and something like that. So we've crafted this part-time fun job that's called uh, University Living Student Ambassador Program. And we have a wonderful person, Dion, who's already a part of it in Ireland. So he's in Galway, and he's doing this. He's working as a student ambassador, and it's almost been, I guess, Dion, 2-3 months now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
3.5, yeah.
So I think it's a very good opportunity where you can easily earn somewhere around, let's say, 200 to 250 bucks a month, and it's not going to hamper with your studies. It is something that you can do out of creativity if you have a passion to do something, to create something on your own. So we have our team. I am here. So if there is any kind of insight or any kind of information that you need, we'll be putting here in the chat box itself, and we'll be putting up the links. And if anyone is interested, they can reach out to us, and we'll be happy to help anyone.
Thank you, sir.
And I hope, Shania, I have answered your question. If there is any query, you can ask Laiba right away. Thanks, Laiba.
Yeah, sure. So I'm gonna, okay. So we are having study abroad expert also, Varnika, and I'm gonna ask you one question. So can you please tell me when should we book our flight tickets and how does University Living help with it?
So I would like to answer this with a small face that the sooner the better, to be honest. Because if you're gonna wait for a longer time, the prices for the flight tickets gonna hype up soon. So as fast as you can get your flight tickets booked, the more economical it would be, the more convenient seats are gonna book, and along with that, the itinerary would be planned totally according to the student's preference. Moreover, adding on the point that how University Living can assist, basically, we have onboarded a lot of partners with us, basically airlines with us, or we can say that Make My Trip, with which we can actually offer a lot of discounted price selectively for the students. Adding on to the whole factor, we do provide with the travel insurance, which would ease the whole process, and giving the student an airport pickup as well. So yeah, it's a win-win situation for the students. Thank you,
Thank
Laiba.
you, Varnika. That was a great insight for all of us. So I'm gonna come back on to Sakshi. So can you please provide information about the scholarship opportunities which students are having in Ireland?
Certainly, there are a lot of scholarship opportunities in Ireland. First and foremost, everybody knows about it. It's external scholarship. There are a lot of private organizations that provide scholarships, but I would go for university-specific scholarships. That's something that I availed for myself. So I was in DBS, and they had a scholarship program based on the merit. So if you have like good merit in your previous education, you can avail that. A lot of universities do that, and they have merit-based merit-based scholarships, need-based, and even targeted towards specific countries and regions. Other than that, Government of Ireland also provides some scholarships, and therefore EU-based students and also non-EU-based. And if someone is going for master's or PhD, then there is Irish Research Council scholarships.
Thank you, Sakshi. That was a very great answer from you. So, Dion, I'm going to come back to you. There is our attendee who is asking, is it okay to choose mid-range universities?
It is absolutely okay to choose mid-range universities. What is important is, the course that you're doing. I can actually say this because I myself had the option to choose between my dream college, which was University of Galway, and the college I'm right now studying in, which is Atlantic Technological University. And what you need to consider is the course and the course content, and whether what they're going to be teaching you is something that will interest you. Because see, the study quality and the teaching quality over here is really good. So it doesn't really matter which university you're going to be doing your master's, your graduation, or whatever from. It matters that from wherever you're doing it, you do it with your whole heart. Otherwise, it's of no use.
Dion, one sec. There is one more query. Safna Mustafa, if I'm not pronouncing it wrong, he's asking, like, how about job market?
So the job market is actually really good. So I actually have a few things that might help. So according to me, my top 5 job recruitments that are available right now will be in this field in no specific order. But yeah, firstly, obviously everyone knows Ireland is the IT hub, so software development and IT is on the booming. Business analysis is something that has been going on all around the world, including India. So that is a job that is readily available. Medical, seeing how COVID hit and all the new diseases that somehow managed to come in, the nursing and healthcare is on the boom. Engineering, every Indian parent's dream, that's there. And a field that has been on the up and coming, especially in Ireland, because I have seen like over 100 jobs in the past couple of days, would be digital marketing. Apart from that, actually the Irish government is also hiring pretty well. The Dublin Airport Authority, the DAA, has been hiring people for different fields, so you can actually get in over there. There's the recruitment and admissions manager is actually a role that is being asked for from schools and different companies, different good companies. And then obviously there's graduate programs, which is always helpful. So yeah, these are a few examples. Obviously, I can't go into all the jobs; it'll take me all day. But yeah, these are a few examples of like about the job market.
All right. So next up, we are having a question of Raghav. Seema, can you please answer? Like, he's asking any visa rejections based on colleges we choose.
Not at all. It totally depends. Like, if you choose any college, if they are fine with the visa situation. The main reason with visa would sometimes your finances, sometimes lack of communication. Doesn't depend on which college you choose. Not at all.
Okay, thank you. So,
No. I
so
think
next
my
up,
network is.
sorry. So next I want to ask to Sakshi, like how does the Irish education system different from that of like our home country, and what support services are available for new like international students over there?
So, as you all know, our education system is more exam oriented and more theoretical, but it's very different out there. It like in when I went to Ireland, it was a great transition for me because they emphasized on the practical knowledge. The classes were smaller, and each student was getting a different kind of attention. The kind of classes they were taking, it was based on the projects more than the exams that we were having or the normal tests that we were having, and also interaction was very important. So it was very different, but it was amazing. And if we talk about services that we were getting, like support services, so each university has its own support service. So we can avail like college health services. So if we are availing college health services in-house, it will be free. But we all know that if we are in an abroad, like if we are in a sorry, if we are in a foreign country, if we avail health services outside, it can be a huge problem for us and also for our insurance company. Other than that, there are student advisors in every university. They can help us in our academic or even like personality building problems and everything. Then there are student councils and also university counselors who can help us like figure out our career paths or like even help us get the jobs.
Can you please answer one more query? Like the one person is asking, what is the scope of getting jobs in management sector after masters?
So in management sector, the scope is huge. Ever since Brexit happened, Ireland started like inviting different companies. So they made it tax-free for a lot of companies, and like Meta, Amazon, a lot of companies have their headquarters over there. So there are a lot of job opportunities. Like consulting has a huge boom over there, like business analytics management. And they even have graduate programs for students, and especially freshers or whoever has experience less than 4 years. So the graduate programs are I think they're the perfect for a fresher. In this, we'll just like, for example, if we are applying in a big company, the graduate program will hire us. The contract would be up to 2 years, and then every 6 months, the job would be rotated inside the company. So we'll get hands-on experience on each, in each domain, and then we can come out as an experienced person.
Thank you so much. Dion, coming back to you, like one person is asking, like Umar Arshad, like he's asking why choose Ireland over UK?
Okay, so I mean, there are a lot of reasons. Like, let's just say the academic excellence, or major colleges in Ireland, like TCD, University College Cork, even University College Dublin, they are ranked much higher than top universities in the UK. The diversity of courses in Ireland is much better. Warm and welcoming environment. How good Ireland ranks in safety and everything else. It's a very peaceful country, I must say. It is much cheaper, which is a concern for many parents. So I must say it is much cheaper for you to come over here and study. Irish degrees have a very good global recognition, so maybe that's why. Yeah, I mean, these are some of the things I could just think on the top of my head. So yeah, these are few reasons I think you should choose Ireland over UK. But like I said earlier, if your course is better in UK, you might as well, focus on what's good for your career. But I would always go for Ireland over UK.
I'm sorry, I'm just interrupting here. I think Dion, even the cost of living is comparatively
Cheaper,
cheaper in
much
Ireland.
cheaper.
Yeah.
Yes, much
So
cheaper.
for someone who I believe, I mean, there's a certain point in time when you actually think about, how much money you're going to spend throughout a course, and if even if it's someone who's going from India, and even if it's ₹1 lakh a year, so I think it totally makes a huge difference when it comes to moving into a new city or a new country altogether. So I think answering to like adding to Dion's points, the cost of living in Ireland is quite cheaper than UK. Of course, there are a few things that UK holds much more water than Ireland in many more things. But yeah, that's what I feel as well.
Saurabh,
Just want to add from my personal experience, Irish people are better than British people. So
Agreed,
they are
agreed.
very warm and very like, if you go by bus or something like that, they are very warm and welcoming. So I never felt like I'm in some other country. Obviously, you feel like that, but they are very warm and welcoming. Not like they will not make faces after looking, oh, you are Indian, like that. Nothing like that. They are very warm.
I second that. Yeah.
Okay, Saurabh, can I ask you one question? Can you please
Yes.
share about the part-time job opportunities while studying in Ireland, like if there is any? So can you please tell us?
See, there are two types of jobs that are out there. One that you can actually get while you are in Ireland, and you can seek out any sort of like partly government or partly private jobs. And as Dion and Seaman Sakshi mentioned that there are a lot of options out there which a student can go out to, whether working, attending a maybe a theater or some working at a pizzeria or something like that, that they can do at their own end, that they can do at their own expenses. But something that again I'm reiterating on the same thing again and again, that we are offering something that is actually not going to. It's not a 9 to 5 thing. So this is something that is totally catered for students, and this is the thing that I reeled Dion in for, trying to convince him to do the things that he asked me that I won't be available too much. I won't be able to give in too much of my time in a day or in a week. So and likewise, as Dion we have a lot of students in UK, Ireland, Australia, US and Canada who are working as student ambassadors, and they are loving it. They've gotten a hold of it. Since they started beginning in the beginning, they were quite skeptical about how is it going to be, or how much money I'm going to make by the end of the month. So it's a fun thing. It's a very good part-time job that can be actually converted into a good internship with us, or maybe something maybe a full-time job. So you never know. Whatever it's out there, it's a very good opportunity to grab hold of right now, and it's a good part-time job opportunity that we actually can offer. And I seriously no better than Dion can actually explain it to you guys. Like it's completely, the liberty is in your hands, and nobody's going to push you or nudge you for anything. So yeah, that is something that it's an easy money. It's a good side hustle that you can make. You can have your good social media presence while doing it. You can boost your own network. So the thing that I somewhere feel that students often tend to forget about, or do not get the chance to make, is a good network of students. If you're a student and you would really want to have a good network of students around you, so it's a very good opportunity. And again, someone who really needs a good part-time job, Dion is there. You can reach out to Dion as well. And something that you really want to work upon in Ireland while being affiliated by University Living, you can reach out to me. So
Sorry to interrupt you in between. There
no
is
worries, no worries.
an attendee. He's asking, is there any eligibility criteria for this program?
All you have to do is you have to have a phone, you have to have a sharp brain, and a knack for earning money. That's all. And I think 99% of the people who I have reached out to have the same requirements. So it's not rocket science. It's something that we all can do, and it's a fun thing. It's a fun activity that you can do day in, day out, while going to your college or while going back to your accommodation or just roaming around the city. So I mean, there is a lot. I can go on blabbering about it for hours and hours. But my point is that if anyone is interested in this thing, we certainly putting out our links and putting out the forms as well. So you can reach out to me, and we can certainly discuss over this thing. And trust me, there is no such requirement. You just have to have the knack of trying to understand the essence of wherever you're living, and the hunger for earning money.
Okay, thank you, Saurabh. So, Dion, coming back to you, and one attendee is asking, some people are saying living cost in Dublin is very high. So, can you please have your opinion on this?
So I'm going to start by giving an example. Okay, the cost of living in Mumbai is much higher than other places. I'm assuming like any city, like Dublin is the capital of Ireland, so it is obviously going to be much higher. It is the hub. Like large companies have their main headquarters, like not headquarters, but their head branch over there. I'm so sorry. So obviously, any person who if you ask anyone around the world about Ireland, they might not know about smaller cities like Sligo, they might not know about Killary and places like that, but they'll definitely know about Dublin. So it is basically like, how people say face value. I think that is among the major reasons why the cost of living in Dublin is so much higher. The population in Dublin is also, I mean, I'll have to do a quick fact check on that, but I think it's the highest in Ireland, in a city, in a county in Ireland. I think Dublin has the highest population. And I mean, pretty much if once you guys do come to Ireland and you'll explore the entirety of Ireland, when you'll visit Dublin, you will realize why it is so much expensive, because trust me, Dublin is beautiful. I've been there a couple of times. I know it's beautiful. So yeah.
Thank you so much. So, Seema, can you take our next question? One person is asking, Karthik Shukla is asking, what is the scope for masters in public health?
Uh, as like we have seen COVID for 19 and for 2019 and 2020. So Ireland literally understood the value of public health and how the medical system, they have a backlash medical system. Now this medical be a pharmacy and all these uh, like courses, they are now very hyped, and uh, they are literally hiring nurses from India. Like one of my friend went there as a nurse. Public health, nursing, all these fields are so hyped up, and so like they have a very good scope over there. And if you're doing something in public health, literally, I would say you will get a really great salary over there.
Okay, thank you so
The
much.
scope is good. You don't have to worry about the scope of public health.
Okay, thank you so much, Seema. Sakshi, I would like to you to answer the next question. So of our attendees is asking, my IELTS result will come in 4 days. If I get overall 6.5 but less than 5.5 in one section, will they accept me?
So your IELTS result affects like your admission, obviously, but it depends on university to university and also the course you're availing. If you get let me just quickly check the question. So the person is saying that if is overall is 6.5 but less than 5.5 in one section, of course it might affect it, but it depends on the university he is applying to and also the course that they are applying to. In DBS, it might not affect, they won't accept him, and they can also give, there's this another English test, Duolingo, but it depends from university to university. Other yeah, it's very subjective.
Okay, thank you, Sakshi. Coming back to Seema, I would like to answer you one question. One person, like one of our attendees, asking, I have 115 score in Duolingo overall, but 19 production. Will DBS accept that?
Sorry, but I don't have like during my time, I wasn't aware about Duolingo. I did PTE, or I had the option of IELTS. I think Sakshi recently was there, so she would be able to answer
Yes,
that.
DBS would accept you. Yeah, they would.
Thank you.
Because I did my bachelor's master's in 2018, so it was very long ago.
Okay. So we are running poll in between, so you can please answer the poll. And coming back to Dion, can you please answer one of our attendee and overview about the assignments and exams about IELTS education?
Sorry, go again. I couldn't hear you. Your voice got cut. Laiba, I'm muted.
Sorry. Like, yeah, so an overview about the assignments and exams about Ireland education.
Assignments and exams. Okay, so I do not have any. I did not have to give a single exam throughout my entire, course that I've been doing. Mainly assignments is something that happens on weekly basis. Like obviously it depends from your course to course and where you're doing it. So I really can't be very specific about this. I can only tell you based on my experience. So that's what I'm going to do. Give me a second. I'm just going to go through the question because I'm pretty sure I did not read it right. I'm so sorry. Okay. All right. So, yeah, going on. So assignments basically are going to be things that they have taught you throughout the week or throughout that specific set. And while you're reaching the end of, your that certain course, you will have an assignment based on whatever they've taught you, which will include some research where you have to go and find research papers and articles and stuff like that, and you'll have to submit something. It is not really too tedious. They just are pushing you to, learn your research, to improve your research skills, to see how well you can frame something. They're trying to ready you so that, in future, if you have to ever pitch something to a company or you have to pitch yourself, which is something we all have to do in our day-to-day lives, you need to be ready. So that is why they prefer the assignments over exams. But coming to exams, from what I've heard from friends, they are mainly like MCQs, maybe a bit of definitions here and there, but it is not that hard, honestly. That's all I can say. I'm so sorry about exams, but yeah.
It's okay. One more question for you, Dion. Is
Yeah.
digital marketing a good field for masters?
Digital marketing will always be a good field for masters, because considering how the digital world and social media has taken over us, I mean, I feel like every single person over here uses at least 3 applications of social media. And I feel like earlier the press and word to word was face to face was the best way to, marketize something. But now I feel like social media is the only way where you can have like a major outreach towards people. So digital marketing is always going to be a very good field from now till the future, until AI or holograms overtake us. Till then, it's going to be the best way of, marketing. So yeah, I think it's a very good field, and whoever asked that question, you definitely should do it.
Okay, so coming back to Varnika, I would like to ask you one question. What is IVR and how can I save money on international transfers?
So basically, IBR's abbreviation could be as interbank exchange rates. So once a student wants to get it money transferred abroad for any reasons, either for the deposit payment, accommodation, rent, or for the personal expense, they're supposed to apply some conversion fee. Okay. So once we directly go on Google and Google it out, what would be the amount that I need to pay in INR for some certain euros? The amount that we would be getting would not be an actual amount that is supposed to be paid ahead. So there is a certain website or regulatory which actually passes on the current rate with which the transaction has to be proceeded. Along with that, we have the certain bodies who actually regulate the whole transactions. So basically, majorities are banks and other are like some third party providers, which actually ease down the whole process for the students. So recently, like in the last intake, only one of my student got the fees, like the tuition fee submitted. And I think so he used a third party provider through us only. And he had paid, so he had saved around 10,000 rupees. So yeah, it could be a thing.
Thank you so much, Varnika, for the wonderful insight. Coming back to Sakshi, I have one question for you. So, person is asking, I only have overall 6 bands in IELTS. Should I get admission in DBS?
Oh, of course you should. But again, I would like to ask, what course are you opting for? And yeah, exactly. Like what course and what intake are you like willing to go for? And yeah, you can take admission in DBS. The faculty is amazing. The students are very helpful. The student council is very, very helpful, and the university is amazing. You should go for it.
He's saying his course is data analytics September intake.
Data analytics. Okay. So I am from business analytics. I do have some friends in data analytics. If you have seen the curriculum, it's pretty hectic. It's amazing. You'll get a lot of projects over there. You'll get to learn a lot. The faculty supports you every time, like 24/7. You will also get some external faculty from some renowned universities like Trinity or other universities. So yeah, you should go for it. And data analytics is in boom. Everybody knows that there's technological change happening over there, and the scope is amazing. And even after you finish this course, you'll get a critical visa, so the stay back option is amazing.
Thank you so much, Sakshi. So coming back to Seema, I would like to answer you one question of our attendee. He's asking, how is supply chain management in Ireland? Is the job market stable there?
Sorry, I don't have idea about supply management. But yeah, the job opportunities are great. Like there are so many companies for logistics and supply management. The main company we can focus on is Amazon. So we have Amazon over there. So if you're looking for supply chain management, we certainly go for that. Other than, I think Dion would be able to answer that very well, because I literally don't have any idea about that, and I don't want to give any wrong information to the student.
So guys, we are running out of poll. Please, you can just choose the best option. So Dion, coming back to you, is it very
Yeah.
hard to get part-time jobs in Dublin?
Honestly, getting a part-time job, not only in Dublin, the entirety of Ireland is pretty much easy. I'm going to go out there and say it's pretty much easy, because I mean, every company hires, these fresh graduates and people have just come in as freshers. I mean, there are a lot of roles that are put up, and it's always even there. There are like these random posters on shops where they're like, we're hiring students and that and stuff like that. They hire basically because obviously they need staff to work, because like I said, there are new companies coming up, so everyone needs some staff to work. And what better way to get staff and not have to overpay them than to hire students who are really looking for a job. uh, but honestly speaking, it is easy to get a part-time job, especially for few fields like hospitality. I'm pretty sure you could walk into any random pub or bar and be like, hey, listen, I want to work as a chef, I want to work as something else, like any random thing. I'm so sorry, I don't know what exactly the roles are, but you pretty much will get in there. Even something like sales, something like marketing, you could just randomly walk into, like, for example, you could walk into Jack and Jones and be like, hey, listen, I want to join as an intern, or want to do my part-time with you guys. And yeah, you get it. One thing that I would like to bring to every aspiring student or offer holders attention is that when you're working between the months December to Jan, please make sure you definitely work, because you can work up to 40 hours at that time. And apart from getting the extra money, you can also, like, a lot of people go back home. Okay, like Ireland obviously doesn't only have Irish people, it has people from all over the world. We have Spanish people, we have Brazilians, and all over the world, honestly all over the world. So people go back home. So there's this thing called as seasonal hiring, which is literally hiring for a month, where you definitely will get a job. You can literally walk into any random place and you will get a job. I can guarantee you that much.
Okay, Sakshi. So next up, I have a question for you. Like one of our attendees asking, like, why did you guys came back from Ireland after those many job opportunities? Is it really good? Like, if the job opportunities are good over there, then why are you back here in India?
Yes, so I cannot answer for other people, but I can answer for myself. I started my course last year in April. So I'm in April intake. So my course is still going on. I came back to India because of my personal reasons and my family reasons. Not everybody wants to go abroad to secure secure a job or like settle out there. I wanted to live near my family where I am accessible, and if something happens, I can just go back home and like meet them. So I have my personal reasons. Everybody has that. So yeah, and I'll be going back pretty soon. It doesn't mean that if someone is coming back, it doesn't mean that they did not like the country or anything.
Okay, and one more question for you, Sakshi. Like one of our attendees asking, is fresher easily get jobs in data analytics?
Yes, they do. But also it also depends if you're excelling in your course or not. Like it doesn't matter which university you enroll into. It depends on how well you are taking it and how well do you like how well you do your projects. I would say if someone wants to secure a job in Ireland, they need to be good with their connections. They have to make a lot of connections, be it Indeed, LinkedIn, even in Lewis. There's like the tram there is called Lewis. You have to make your connections everywhere, and if you're good at that, if you're good at what you do, the job market is just a step away.
Thank you, Sakshi. Thank you so much for your wonderful insight. Saurabh, coming back to you, I want to ask you one question. How can international students build a professional network and access a job placement services during their study abroad journey in Ireland?
Laiba, I think one should first of all start with building their network. Let's say, excuse me, starting off with LinkedIn probably. And I personally have felt that LinkedIn has helped a lot of people come together and connect and build their network in the recent past 5 years or something like that. And I mean, it has become a sort of a social platform as well, but this is what is out there. And the first stepping stone to build the network is building your, creating connections virtually, and joining the communities that are out there. There are a lot of student communities that are out there. There are a lot of social communities that are out there, which makes you connect with like-minded students, which make you connect with people who are giving out opportunities to, maybe some fine day you're just going out there and you bump into someone who you never not even expecting to be a part of a huge community that is representing maybe a good student community. So it's you have to just be explorative in your approach, and I think stepping off on LinkedIn or other platforms where good connections are out there. And as Dion mentioned, getting part-time job in Ireland is comparatively easy than getting it. I'd say rather even if you're trying it here in India, it becomes pretty difficult for us to get part-time jobs, because part-time jobs they often tend to become a 9 to 5 regular thing, and that's not what you want to do, right? I mean, if you're looking out for a 9 to 5 job, then you should be getting all the perks and getting all the benefits and everything. So it's just you have to think about stepping out somewhere and uh, start off with the smallest that you can get, as a lot of us have in our pasts. So Ireland, keeping Dublin aside, cost of living and things in Dublin are going to be comparatively expensive, as it's the capital city of Ireland. So we can't just deny the fact that the rest of the Ireland is comparatively cheaper than UK, and getting the jobs or part-time jobs in Ireland is comparatively easy than the UK. I hope I'm able to answer the question. If not, then please shoot the question again. I'll just be happy to answer that.
I guess people are clear over here. So Dion, coming back next to you, one of our attendees taken up your name. Like he's asking, how is the job opportunities in Ireland after masters in global management? Because management has less compared to IT.
Well, honestly, any job opportunity you get in Ireland would be lesser compared to IT. I think I mentioned this while I was talking at the start. Ireland is the IT hub. Uh, if I'm not wrong, all major companies have their head offices in Ireland, in Dublin, all IT major companies. So IT will always be much easier. But if you're talking about global management, if I'm not wrong, and if memory suits me right, global management is it refers to the way the organization manages its business, and that's what it teaches you, which includes sales, marketing, hiring, finance practices, blah blah blah. If I'm not wrong, so I'm going to be answering, keeping that in my mind. Well, I mean, considering that, you have just learned all these skills that I mentioned, I feel like getting a job shouldn't be much of a trouble or an issue for you, because I mean, I just literally named like 4 things on the top of my mind that I know you have studied, so you can literally apply it you can apply anywhere for any of these courses that come up. Getting a job would be easy. I think I've said that. I don't know how many times I've stopped counting, but I'm just going to go out and say this, that you know uh, getting a job is difficult for a lot of people at a lot of places, okay? But you'll need to keep in mind that just because you get rejected once from one company, or just because you have been let down, and like someone brought it up that why did people go back to India? Well, not everyone comes over here to just stay back. Some people have to go back to family. Everyone has their own things. I personally, I'm going to stay abroad. I'm not going back home. My parents knew that since I was in the 6th grade. My friends knew that. Everyone knew that about me. I want to travel the world. I want to make shit ton of money. Sorry, my life. Excuse my language. I want to make a lot of money. I'm sorry. So I don't think that anyone who is worried about a job should be worried about a job. I feel like your major focus should be on your studies right now. I get it, because I see there are so many questions about, how what's the scope like in this field, what's the scope like in that field. Scope is there. There's going to be a scope in every single field in every single country. You just need to find out where and when and who is hiring. And that is the most important thing. It doesn't really matter what course you're doing. It just matters that you excel in your field. As long as you're on the top in your field, you're good. You're good to go.
Thank you so much, Dion. That was a wonderful answer from you. So, Sakshi, coming back to you, one of our attendees, Safna Mustafa, is asking, did DBS reject the application whose students have overall 6 bands in IELTS?
So I gave Duolingo, and my score was around 135. So I'm not eligible to give this answer. I can cross check and come back to you, but yeah, I'll have to Google it. To
One
be
of
honest.
our students who want to answer this question, please.
Just having an overall band of 6 is not good enough in IELTS. I'm not saying it's not good enough, but for DBS, it's not good enough. I mean, I know a lot of colleges that require an overall of 6.5. My college did too. Someone had asked whether having an individual score of 5 earlier is 5.5 is good enough. I think a lot of colleges in Ireland do accept, no, not a lot, a few colleges in Ireland do accept 5.5, but mainly all the big colleges, and I consider DBS a very big college in Ireland. So I'm going to say DBS would have to have an individual score of 6 and above in every single subject, the 4: reading, writing, listening, and speaking. Yeah. And definitely something like 6.5 would be appreciated. Also, it's very competitive to get into these big colleges. So I feel like that would be one reason why the student could have been rejected. I mean, there are a lot of possibilities. The SOP matters, the way you present yourself, your interview. So it's not just because of your IELTS that it's possible that the application got rejected.
Guys, we are running a poll, so please please answer it. And Dion, one more question for you.
Yeah.
The people like do the poll, then I'll ask you.
Okay, no problem.
So Raghav is asking, DBS is not releasing offer letters for Andhra and Telangana students. Let me know if it's real or not.
Okay. This is something I don't know at the moment. I could actually get to know this in a phone call, but I'm not going to do that on this. I don't think that this is the case, okay? Because, and if it is, there's definitely some controversy or something that has happened that's involved, and I don't like to get myself involved in controversies, so I'm pretty sure I have zero knowledge on that. Uh, you could always check on DBS's website. I'm pretty sure they would have a concrete reason for why, because like I said, Ireland is very accepting, it's very inclusive, and I don't think, if, and this is a very big if they are actually not releasing offer letters to Andhra and Telangana students, I'm pretty sure there would be a reason for the same. And that is all I can comment on that. I'm so sorry. If I was working for DBS, I would let you know the reason, but I'm sorry, I can't.
Thank you, Dion. So coming back to Seema, can you please answer one of our attendees' question? Does Ireland have job consistencies after graduation like US? Am I audible?
Sorry.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think
it's
I
okay,
was on
fine.
mute.
So one of our attendees asking, does Ireland have job consultancies after graduation like US?
Yeah, they do have, even they have like a recruiters firm, like you can literally call them and tell, I have this kind of skill set, and they'll be able to help you with the requirements, like what jobs you can apply for, and which jobs will suit you best. You can definitely go for them. There are few like Sigma Recruitment, and that is the one top of my head, because I went to them for my finance job. So yeah, you literally can go to them, and they will able to help you with that.
Okay, thank you, Seema. So guys, we are running out of polls. Please answer it. So coming back to Sakshi, can you please answer one of our attendees' question? So can you? He's asked Jan Abits. Yeah. So he's asking, would you suggest what are the skills that a bachelor student should learn before coming to Ireland for part-time job?
Okay, first and foremost, as Dion already suggested, that Irish people are very welcoming and very warm. You need to have good communication skills. And when I say communication skills, it doesn't mean English. It means you need to talk a lot. These people greet each other even when they walk past each other. Like even if they're walking, they'll be, hi, how are you? This and that. So you need to talk a lot in your part-time jobs. You need to be presentable. Other than that, I don't think there's anything that you need to learn before your part-time. You'll get to learn a lot of things over there. Um, if I talk about my personal experience, I was working in an Irish restaurant. So I was humbled, first of all, because in India, we never worked. We never worked in our homes. So I was humbled a lot. I met a lot of new people, learned a lot of new skills, communication skills, and not just that. I connected with a lot of people, made good connections out there, even learned how to make coffees. So yeah, you don't have to prepare for it. You learn everything, and it'll be fun.
Thank you so much, Sakshi. One more question for you. Like Safna Mustafa is asking, is it very difficult to get admission in Ireland for overall 6 band score?
Um, I am still not sure about that, but as Dion suggested, you need to have a good score in order to get a good, in order to get admission in a good university. If you already have this score and you want to apply, or you want to give the exam again, I would suggest that maybe IELTS is too expensive to um, you know, retake the exam. So maybe you can go for Duolingo. You can give that exam in your home, and it's much cheaper. It's at your convenience. So yeah, you can go ahead with that.
Yeah, he's asking like, can we do Duolingo after receiving the conditional letter from DBS?
If you have received a conditional offer letter, I assume that your admission is almost done. You can still take it. Yeah, I would suggest you can take it. It's easier.
Thank you so much. So coming back to Dion,
Yeah.
so one of our attendees asking which is better, DCU or SETU, because my dream university is DCU, but SETU is providing me preferred course.
Well, I'm no one to comment on which is better between DCU and Setu, but I'm going to basically direct my answer on the second half. If Setu is providing a preferred course, and it's a beautiful college, I've been to both DCU and Setu. If they are actually providing you with your preferred course, please pick Setu, because, like I said, if you're not having fun while you're studying, and like if you're not having fun and not doing and studying what you like, then you won't have fun here in Ireland, because you need to, your education, like I mentioned earlier, is very important, and you need to make sure that, what you're doing, you excel in and is something of your interest. So my personal opinion would be you pick Setu, but I understand the entire dilemma of having your dream college and then having a college which has a better course. So do whatever feels right in your heart is what normally people would say, but I would say do whatever is better for your future.
Thank you, Dion. So thank you so much for everyone to like you joined our webinar today. I hope you guys learned a lot from today's webinar, and you're having a great insight from all of us. So also, guys, I'm gonna tell you one thing. We are okay. There's a poll. You can first answer it. Then I'm gonna tell you about a surprise. Okay, guys. So I guess I hope you liked the session today, and I would love to take your feedback from all of you, all of the students, and also we are just launching our boards. So they're gonna answer you instantly. So yeah. Thank you to all the study abroad experts and to all the students, Dion, Seema, Sakshi. You guys were very helpful for all of us. I guess, and I hope like it helped a lot of us, and all of our like queries and doubts are cleared. And I hope like whichever the question we didn't took, so I'll answer you and I'll add them in in our community. So they're gonna answer you one on one, so you don't have to worry if we missed any of the query or something. Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
Laiba.
Have a lovely
Thank you
day.
so
Bye-bye.
much.
Have a great day, guys.
Thank you so much, everyone. Have a good day.
Thank you. Bye bye.